Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world right now. I would like to share my journey in Belgium, and I would like to thank first the VLIR institution for giving us the opportunity to share our experiences and hopefully inspire the probably the future scholars or the new students or new scholars that just recently arrived here in Belgium. So these are actually my topics of discussion. I hope you stay with me until the end. It's quite a lot, I know. But let's start first with me. Again, I'm from the Philippines. Before coming to Belgium, I am a licensed civil engineer. I am still is a licensed civil engineer. But before coming to Belgium and applying for the scholarship, I was a civil design engineer working as my full-time job. And on top of that, I am also teaching some engineering graduates all over the Philippines as my part-time job. And so the question that most of you could have thought of, when did I decide to apply for a scholarship to study abroad? This may be not applicable for the new scholars, but for the future scholars, it's a long story, but to make it short, VLIR is a scholarship that I've known since I was in college. And back then I thought myself and told myself that I would apply for a master's and I wanted to be in Europe. And so I really targeted this scholarship. And fast forward after 4 to 5 years of work experience, I noticed that I've been stagnant with my career. And so I wanted career growth, and to elevate my career. And so that's when I decided to apply for the VLIR scholarship. And fortunately, I got accepted. And congratulations to everyone who have been accepted as well. And with that, I set some goals to myself that I should learn, I should adapt, I should connect, I should enjoy and travel and grow personally and professionally. And of course, at the end of my master's, I should be able to give back, to contribute to my community. And I think this particular session, hopefully, is one of it, giving back, sharing my experiences. Like what Francesca said, I had the similar first impressions of Belgium just upon arrival in the airport itself. The Philippines airport has a very different setup as compared to the Brussels airport. The Brussels airport is more orderly and quiet, and it's more organized. I mean, Belgium in particular is very quiet as compared to the Philippines. And they had efficient public transport. I think for the people who have already arrived in Belgium, you already see how efficient the public transport is. And the trains, trams, buses are well connected. And then there's a huge biking culture, and there's a lot of walkable streets, meaning the streets are pedestrian friendly, which is very far from where I've been in the Philippines. And next, the architecture, it feels like stepping into history. It's something that I've seen from just movies before. But now that I've arrived in Europe, I felt like it's a normal thing. But yeah, I first arrived, of course, I'm astonished with everything. Yeah, and there's a lot of windmills around, which we only find in suburbs in the Philippines. And yeah, it has a cold weather. In the Philippines, it's like the temperature is just either super hot, or less hot. And we even wear jackets all the time, even though we have that kind of temperature. So in Belgium, even though it's a normal temperature and it's fine for them, for me, it's already cold. And also people are polite, but more reserved, meaning they don't engage it much, but yeah, they're very kind people. And there's also a multilingual environment, Dutch, French, German, plus English. But in Hasselt, where I've studied, they really speak very well in English. And punctuality and schedules are taken seriously. Food is hearty, like the fries, waffles, chocolate, and beer culture. And everything feels more expensive compared to where I came from. At first, I tried to convert everything, like this Coca-Cola that just cost around 0.20 euros in my country, and it's now like 3 euros. So yeah, that's like at first. And then, of course, with all of those first impressions, there were some challenges when it comes to adapting with the environment. Okay. Oops, it's not. All right. So yeah, of course, number one is to adjust in the cold weather and long winter nights. And then next is different social culture. It's less warm, less close-knit than in PH, because in the Philippines, we're more very friendly. When you go out, you can just meet anyone. But in Hasselt, they're more like reserved. It's not, I didn't mean, it doesn't mean that they will not greet you back when you greet them back, but it's sometimes they just don't like greet you as normally as we do in the Philippines. And then yeah, language barrier is one of the adaptation challenges. Cost of living, budgeting, and getting used to do things independently. And of course, I miss the Filipino food, family, and community support. And there are strict schedules. This is one of the things that I wanted to share to everyone, that the shops close early and Sundays are very quiet. In the Philippines, when you're hungry and you just want to go eat outside, there are a lot of restaurants open. But in Belgium, shops really close really early, like 6 p.m. the groceries or the supermarkets will close already, so you don't and also the restaurants close at 6 p.m. most of the time until 8 or 10, but that's like the max. And then for the academic culture, professors expect more independence and less spoon feeding, maybe probably because this is a master's. That's why it has more independence. And then yeah, paperwork and bureaucracy and coping with homesickness, especially during holidays. Now, moving on to the journeys and perspectives in academic and cultural and social aspects. So let's start first with the academic journey. So this one, most of you already know this, choosing the program. It's you can actually look it up and over the internet, but this is a QR code that help for those who are not yet a scholar and are interested in applying. So yeah, you can just Google it. And then every information about the scholarship is indicated there. You can find it there. And then I've also had I didn't had an bad experience when it comes to adjusting to the academic system, because there's a strong academic support from the VLIR administration alone and the coordinators of the university. And yeah, there's a big community of scholars where you can just ask around, and there's also some annual feedback sessions. So in my case, for the academic research and activities, if I had to describe it, it's a big collaboration. It's more on collaboration with people, because you're going to be engaged with multiple or diverse cultures from all over the world. And so collaboration really is the center of the study. So in my case, in my program, we have engaged in excursions and field trips, like here on the right side of the photo, wherein we went to Antwerp to visit the 𝗘𝗴𝗿 link. And we have conducted activities outside the university and collaborated directly with the Hasselt city government, like on this photo that you can see here and on the lower left. And we have also engaged in hands-on research projects in our courses, and also in my master thesis. It focuses on the real world project. And I think that's one of the VLIR's mission, also to engage with the global sustainable development. And then I've also experienced in my program to serve my home country during my span of master's journey, wherein we're required by the VLIR scholarship to go back to my home country through an internship. So here I've worked with the Department of Transportation, Philippine Railways Institute, or DOTR-PRI. And here at the upper right corner, you can see my internship advisor is actually a former VLIR scholar. And yeah, we're gonna see each other again by around November, because he's gonna come here in Hasselt. Yeah, so I did experience a lot of things that I haven't experienced before, technically. And then next is, we had in my master's program, of course, there's an international and diverse classroom experience wherein our program introduced many external instructors or professors on top of the very amazing professors from University of Hasselt. So our learning extended not only beyond the university, but even beyond Belgium. So we had professors from UK and Australia, from Bangladesh, from Vietnam, and even from other Belgian universities like Ghent University, where Francesca is now studying. And we had also lecturers from Middle East and some other Belgian organizations where we are engaged more on the practical world, or yeah, the real projects that's happening around. Yeah, I just recently graduated. I just want to share this. So here, I just recently graduated this June 27. So for me, this wasn't just personal success, but a celebration of LIRUOS' mission, which is to invest in people who can make a difference. Okay, moving on to the social and cultural aspect. Yeah, number one is I have met international students from diverse cultures and backgrounds and built friendships and connections across different countries. So here are some of the photos that I would like to share. So here are my international friends, and on the upper right are my Asian friends from Vietnam, Indonesia, and from the Philippines also. And for the new scholars, there are VLIR annual gatherings and year-end parties wherein we will be associated with other VLIR scholars from different universities. So these photos were taken from 2023. And then there's also a lot of university activities. I don't know from the university you are in, but in Hasselt alone, there's a lot. And yeah, I've also discovered that Belgian people are very active, wherein there's a lot of running, walking, biking events. And yeah, I've learned to be active as well. And then, yeah, of course, I have learned Belgian and European customs and traditions, like normally eating Belgian waffle. Before I don't drink Belgian beers, but now I've learned to drink, but not so much. But yeah, Belgian beers are really good. You should try it. And during summer, it's very normal to have barbecue, and I hope you enjoy. I mean, somehow during your journey here in Belgium, you also try to engage with this colorful festivals, kermis, Christmas markets, and there's also a lot of like free trips, and I hope you like engage with those. Or sometimes it costs 10 euros, but yeah, I mean, you can pay for it. It's not that much. And then, so this is one of the highlights of my journey actually, is that during my 2 years of masters, I have traveled to many places already, which at first I didn't realize that it's already a lot. But while I was doing this presentation, it's a lot already. So yeah, I've been to Finland, yes, somewhere close to Belgium, I think. But yeah, it's something that you can do also. That's what I'm trying to say. It's something that you can do while you're studying, and you will still end up okay. And I experienced 4 distinct seasons for the first time, which is not common in the Philippines. In ours, it's just rainy season and dry season. But here, there's snow, autumn, fall. I feel like I'm in a movie. And finally, some life lessons. Number one, I would say high courage and motivation will pave the way. So if you're not motivated to do some things, I don't think you will get there. So that's really number one. Number two is to step out of your comfort zone and embrace new experiences. So try to check or always ask yourself, what's your reason? What's your goal? Why you came here? What's your goal in the world? No? And then, yeah. And then third is never stop exploring, learning, and growing. And lastly, be part of the change and make a positive impact in our community. And ask yourself how to do that. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can share it, or here are some information wherein we can connect online. So thank you so much for listening.
Bye.